Amy Posner here. I want to talk to you today about discovery calls, but I also want to talk about getting what you want and knowing what you want. So let me ask you this. Do you think the point of the discovery call with someone interested in your services is about them deciding whether they want to work with you? Do you think it's about them vetting your skills? Or do you think it's your opportunity to see if this is a project you want and to determine whatever parameters you need to know, whether the client has budget, if what they're doing holds your interest, if you like them enough to think you want to spend some time working with them. And let me ask you, would you agree that in order to get what you want, you need to know what you want? And I know that sounds weird, but I actually think it's often easier to get what you want than it is to know what you want. Here's what I think. As a business owner, you deserve to have a business that you enjoy, a business, that you are excited to wake up and get to, a business that rewards you financially, where there's potential for growth and creativity and whatever else is important to you inside of this thing that you're building and that you spend so much of your time doing. So it's a business that gives you an opportunity to move around and try new things, focusing on what's important to you, knowing that changes, right? Businesses have seasons. Different things are important to you at different times. Money might be important one year, and refining your processes and working with different people might be the goal for the next year. So I often talk about needing two sets of skills to run a successful copy business. For sure, you need copy chops, copy skills that you continually improve and you're learning. And the best way to improve is, of course, to practice. It's remarkable how much just writing makes your writing better. And you also need business skills because you need to be able to win projects, close deals, connect with people, and share and demonstrate your expertise so that you can build a bridge of trust. So I've had the experience of coaching people on sales calls and being able to listen in. And I was thinking back to one where the woman was very, very good at talking to the prospect and asking them about the project, about their business, about why this project, why now, what are your KPIs, what will success look like, all of these things. And she was just very confident and forthcoming. And when it came time to do, so I think of that as sort of the analysis when it comes, or the diagnosis, and when it comes time to give the prescription, or offer the cure. And that's where you kind of, put together their needs with your skills, and you talk about how you can solve their problem and what you can create and why you might be the perfect expert for the project. She just fell apart. She was really waffly. She didn't sound like the same person. And by the time we got off the call, it was clear there just wasn't a connection. There weren't even any next steps that they were planning. It just didn't go well. So when the call ended and I asked her what happened, her best response was that she really didn't know what she wanted, so she didn't know how to talk about the project. And when I said, well, what do you mean about what you wanted? She's like, well, I'm not sure if it was the right niche. I'm not sure if I have the right copy skills. I wasn't sure how to talk to them about their budget. And I asked her some tough questions, including, is this how it normally goes? The one question, though, that shifted everything for her was, what are you solving for in your business right now? And what I meant by that is, what do you want? What are you after? What are you looking for in terms of money and satisfaction, your day-to-day? And knowing that in different seasons of your business, you want different things, right? So we were talking on video, but I could see her visibly relax with that question. And her first response was something along the lines of like, what? I have a choice? And our coaching shifted right then and there to figuring out exactly what she wanted, who she wanted to work with, and what she wanted to earn. I think in her mind, she knew that she could control this some, but in her heart, she wasn't sure that she was not necessarily deserving, but that she had the skills and the talents, and she was sort of up for the job. So these are really things to consider and to think about when you're building a business, because building a business takes work, right? It's a hustle. But building the business you want takes really deliberate thought and action along with the hustle. So let me ask you, do you know what you want from your business? Do you know very specifically? Do you know, who you want to work with? What clients do you love working with? Do you know which clients you don't want to work with? Do you know exactly how much money you need to make from every project to meet your quarterly and annual goals? Do you know how much time it takes you to do these things? Do you know if you say no to projects that aren't going to benefit you? Because If you know all these things, you are more likely to get them, and you're more likely to have a business that rewards you. And sometimes you don't know what questions to ask, and that's completely fair, especially if you're newer. But sometimes you go along for a long time and you get into a rut or a pattern, and you want to break out. And usually, what that looks like is, maybe I want to make more money, or I want to work less time, or I want to have clients stop ghosting me, or whatever, whatever's coming up for you repeatedly. If you get those things dialed in, you have a much more rewarding business. If you've already got that, more power to you. It's fantastic. Or if you don't, think about that. Really ask yourself those questions specifically, or get with a coach or a colleague, book a coaching on demand session with me. Get to the bottom of what you really want. Because again, I think it's often easier to get what you want than to know what you want. But if you spend the effort figuring out what you want, then you're more likely to get it. And when you're running a business, I do believe you really deserve to be running something that you enjoy, that rewards you well, financially and mentally and emotionally. It's something that you feel good about. I don't mean you're going to feel great about it every minute, and you're going to wake up doing the happy dance, but you'll be doing it more often than not. And you get this great feeling of satisfaction, which builds your confidence, which gives you, a platform for doing even more better work. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions about this, pop them below. I will answer them myself. And if you want to be notified when new videos drop, wrong arm, hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.